2024 Year in Review. We started the year in Coloma. A few weeks later found us in Appleton, braving the sub-zero temps, checking out Waukau Creek Nature Preserve, the Waukau Dam, and High Cliff State Park, where I actually managed to not fall down the stairs in my snowshoes. And yeah, Nutella freezes. We got in our pack boats and headed to Lake Columbia later in January. Took a stroll through Colonial Park in Racine, and then headed out west to see the little house in Pepin, Wisconsin. We hiked the Chippewa Moraine, part of the Ice Age Trail, and the Hoffman Hills. Somebody suggested we check out the Big River Cemetery, which was pretty cool. All overgrown. And we stopped at a few waysides. I understand about snow removal, but I really don't understand why they're all closed in winter. People still travel. I checked out the Cudahy Nature Preserve, and we found ourselves in the hot tent again in Coloma. We checked out the Quincy Bluffs in Adams County. Beautiful oak barrens and some leftover equipment. Rattlesnake Mound is another part of the bluffs in the area. We camped at Blue Mountain State Park, but didn't see much of the overlook. And then spent the days at Canoecopia. Checking out presentations, listening to some good advice, and being entertained. I quit my job in March and took 2 weeks doing nothing. Checked out a bunch of parks. Got to experience Grant Park in the snow. Chet and I headed up to Door County to check out Cave Point and Whitefish Dunes. We stumbled on Meridian State Natural Area and an abandoned house. Did some more solo hiking, including Whitnall Park. Checked out the Maralt Bluff. and the sand prairie at Albany. We'd probably like to paddle there. I tried to explore Reuben's cave, but without the water being hard, I didn't get much of a look. And I checked out Magnolia Bluff. I stumbled down to Kishwaukee, which was a cute little area, and some pretty cozy views at Price Park Conservancy. Peterson Island was a little disappointment. And then Chet and I checked out the art museum. We spent an entire day there, and it still was not long enough. We tried to camp in Coloma, but the snow had other plans. So we were able to park over Chet's sister's. We spent some time at Perot State Park with friends. Huge amount of swans and pelicans. And then we started planting trees in Coloma. We spent a terribly windy day at George Meade Wildlife Area. We had some fun at Old World, Wisconsin. Poop with friends. We got to see a great display of the Northern Lights down here in southeast Wisconsin at the Honey Creek Wildlife Area. We got to see more of the Northern Lights in Coloma. One of our favorite waysides appears to be losing trees. We finally paddled Friendship Lake. The fish, birds, and turtles were hopping. We had plenty of tree cleanup in Coloma. Hummingbird moth. We tried to explore the Sandhill Wildlife Area, but we decided to venture out on a day when it rained 2 inches in one day. We took a travel around the pond at Gorney Park. I spent the day at Wolf Lake while Chet was at a car show. Chet took us first to his first car show at the Union Grove Lions Club. We camped with friends in Coloma. We finally got over to see Rabbit Rock Wayside. At a second car show, Chet won a Troop 152 Patrol D first place trophy. We spontaneously took a trip up to Madeline Island and fed the mosquitoes plenty. The water there is so picturesque. We saw a mom with 3 cubs. Later, we saw more bear prints on our hike. We woke up to an invasion and soup. We checked out Lake Nebagaman in the rain. And we camped at Amnicon Falls in almost a constant rain. We spent the holiday weekend in Coloma. And we checked out Cussel Lake, where a green heron put on a display. Later, we paddled McCann Springs. We saw another bear on our way up to Shady Shore. We spent another week-long vacation at Shady Shore Resort. Saw some wildlife. That's a deer swimming across the lake. We brought the pack boats, explored, relaxed, swam. Got to see a beautiful display of stars and just a hint of the northern lights. We were treated to a vibrant rainbow and some beautiful sunrises. We had some difficult times paddling. We experienced some very rough water. There was just so much peace and solitude. Hummingbirds. We still hadn't made it over to Fawn Lake. We had a lot of fun tubing. The end of July, we got to party with some friends. Took another solo paddle or 2 on nearby lakes. We camped again in Coloma with friends. We convinced them to go out on the lake. We stopped at Pattison Falls on our way up to the Boundary Waters. Superior sure does like their time capsules. It was the warmest I have ever felt it up there. It was a little surreal. We stopped at a Minnesota state park briefly to check out the Superior shoreline. And we finally made it to Grand Marais. We stayed at Rockwood Outfitters the night before. launched right onto Poplar Lake. We saw moose the very first day, a mom and her calf, a wasp taking on a spider. We got the full moonrise. And just about no sunrise. We had a day of exploration. And got surprised with another moose. This time a bull in the water as we were paddling through Pillsbury Lake. The site on Meads Lake allows for both the sunrise and sunset. It had a pretty cool view of the moonrise too. It was a huge trek to the next site. And another pretty epic moonrise. The stars were amazing that night. Although we had some gusty winds, we wanted to check out the waterfall. Surprise, the top of the hill is now another lake. We checked out the little beaver dam, which turned out to be a lot cooler than we thought it would. Friends tried fishing. The clouds rolled in, but it still made for some nice photos. We were threatened with a thunderstorm on our way out that never quite developed. And we got completely lost, but enjoyed a big reward in the end. We took our time getting home, stopping at Cascade Falls and the Temperance River. We camped again in Coloma. Chet wanted to be a part of Hearse Fest, since they were going for the world record procession of hearses. We spent more time camping in Coloma with friends. I had the opportunity through my new job to attend a conference in Reno. I jumped at the chance. Our first day, we explored Lake Tahoe briefly. It was spectacular. There is no bad view. We took a hike up Mount Rose to check out Galena Creek. I got stuck in the conference while Chuck got to explore. First stop was the National Automobile Museum. He later checked out the Wilbur D. May Museum and Arboretum. But that night we spent in downtown Reno on the Riverwalk. We found some pizza before checking out the Reno lights. More conference stuff the next day, and then hiking at Hunter Creek. And that was a bag of nope. Even in Nevada, the squirrels seemed to taunt Chet. Our last day there, we headed to breakfast early so we could check out Virginia City. Nobody told me the streets were going to be closed down for a race. I didn't get to spend enough time at the cemetery. We checked out a really cool museum. I would definitely go back to Virginia City. We made our flight in time, eating lunch at the airport, and that's where our luck seemed to run out. We were delayed on our way back to Milwaukee, initially supposed to arrive at about midnight, and not actually getting there until 2 a.m. We should have been camping with friends, but when we arrived, everyone was asleep. A 70-degree day in October found us on the Fox River in Michigan. We did some fall hiking at the Devil's Staircase in Janesville, part of the Ice Age Trail. We also ventured over to Magnolia Bluff. There was still a bit of color left for the trees that actually held on to their leaves. November 1st, we attended a vampire ball downtown Milwaukee. A former coworker of mine gave me a very special gift. Look at this beauty. We did some fall hiking at the Cudahy Nature Preserve. Then we found a coffin for sale, so we headed up near Madison, but we had to kill some time, so we found ourselves at Token Creek Conservancy. The smells were ungodly. The plan was to spend Thanksgiving in Coloma, so we We cooked the meal beforehand and brought it up with us. We got some snow the first day, and then the temperatures plummeted. We had our hot tent and our oven. We checked out a few parks in the area. It was too chilly for hiking at White Mound. Too much wind. We did get out to check out Backen's Pond State Natural Area. I think we'd like to come back with the boats. And Fairy Bluff was absolutely beautiful. We had to sneak it in because it's closed from December 1st through the end of March for the nesting eagles. We stumbled on a delicacy with amaretto over your cheesecake. We did some more cleanup to restock the woodpile. Mid-December, we checked out the waves at Shoup Park. Lake Michigan was a little angry that day. We caught some ducks surfing. After the snow fell, we went to Bender Park to test out some new equipment. I was not expecting to see an eagle this far down southeast Wisconsin. Nor a possum cleaning up the vomit in the parking lot. We took the hot tent back up to Coloma for Christmas. There was about 6 inches of fresh snow. The day after Christmas, there was hoarfrost on several of the trees. We checked out the Becker waterfowl area, located near highways 22 and 33. Temperatures continued to rise, and by the 27th, the snow had started a serious melt. Don't adjust your eyes, that is fog. After almost 12 hours of constant rain on the 27th, we spent the 28th drying out. The 29th I spent feeling sick, and the 30th I spent trying to recover. Almost every day we were there had significant frost or fog. When we returned to our tent on New Year's Eve, we had a light dusting of snow.